This is the message I think everybody needs to hear. I have nothing. I literally have no material possessions in this life. Literally. I don't own anything. Everything I have or, was given to me by somebody else. Whether that be finances, money, and whether a roof over my head. I literally own nothing. But my soul. I literally own nothing but my soul. And I asked myself, as I'm driving today, and just thinking, I asked myself certain questions, and then certain scriptures pop up in my head. So as I'm on the road, I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, I have nothing, but I'm happy. I'm really happy. See, when you put your trust in the world and the material possessions, then you literally putting your trust in nothing, because everything is meaningless and pointless and vain. Don't nothing mean nothing but you and your soul. See, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm happy, because that's a feeling that comes and goes. There's a time for everything, right? There's a time to be happy, there's a time to be sad, there's a time to be mad. Nobody's truly happy all the time. So I'm not necessarily happy, but I am in a state of contentness. I am pleased with my life and just acceptant and blessed to be alive. I feel good about life, But I feel good with nothing, very little, But I have everything. I have my soul. See, the scriptures tell us, what should a man profit if he gains the world but loses himself in the process? And that's a true scripture. You got to ask yourself, what do I profit? What do I profit if I gain this whole world but lose my soul? And as I'm asking these questions, I understand it, but I have to break it down to the normal ear, right? To somebody who's just a school person, right? And I'm gonna explain a school person. Growing up, I've always been different. I've always understood that I didn't like school or need school or want it. I feel like it was meaningless. It was pointless. Like, what's the point of all of this? I was always just focused on God and spiritual things and just having fun under the sun. And all fun under the sun is enjoying everything around you. Whether that be nothing, you enjoy your nothingness, right? Whether you only got a bike to your name, you go outside and you ride that bike every day. I don't got no fancy car. I don't got no fast car, but I'm going to have fun and enjoy this bike. I've always enjoyed the things that I've had because I've had my soul. But a school person, man, y'all get in these schools and these societies, and y'all conform and become part of the world because y'all think that y'all have to have everything in this life. But truly, I want to ask you, what do you gain if you lose yourself? What is there to gain? See, the earth is forever. It's forever because God made it. So the reality that you see is forever, but the people aren't. Whether that be you, your cousin, your mom, your girlfriend, your spouse, your dad, your uncle, they're not forever. So what should a man profit if he gains the world but loses himself in the process? See, while your time here, while you have your time, and while you experiencing life, and as God give you another day on earth, do you really want to chase money? Do you really want to not enjoy the things that's already right in front of you? Do you really not want to enjoy your life? Because imagine when your life get taken from you, but you have everything else. Was it really worth it? You got to find peace and joy here. Yes. People go through things in life, and I'm not trying to belittle your pain. I'm not trying to tell you that your pain ain't nothing. But I want you to open your mind up to see the bigger picture. Yes, you was a foster kid. Yes, you didn't have your parents. Yes, you didn't have a dad. Yes, your mother was on drugs, or yes, these things happen. They do. I mean, but why focus on that when we can have fun in the now? Do you really want to focus on that part of your life, the whole part of your life, the whole time of your life, your whole life? And then when you get to them heaven gates, God looking at you, and he said, I blessed you. You was blessed on earth. And you asked him, you say, how, God? How was I blessed on earth? You took my mama away from me. I ain't had no mama. I ain't had no daddy. I ain't had no uncle. I ain't had no family. I ain't had no money. How was I blessed? I lived poor. I lived in poverty. You know what God gonna tell you? You were blessed because I gave you the gift of life. And then you sit there and you think, and you say, damn, I was alive. Now I'm dead. And as God is staring you in the face, looking at you, he asking you, where do you think you deserve to go now? And you just sit there and think like, oh, man. I really can't go back to earth. I really can't get that life back. I gotta either go to hell or I can't get that other life back. Oh, it's really over. Where do I deserve to go? And then you regret. You regret all the mistakes that you lived in your past life. You regret bickering and being mad over just the nothingness, because all is vanity. None of this stuff means anything. And the more knowledge you get, the more you understand that, and the more grief you have, because the more you just don't want to be alive, because you understand don't nothing mean nothing. You know? So what shall a man profit if he gains the world but loses his soul in the process? Why would you sell out and go against your morals for some money? You really thinking about robbing them people right now? For some money? Imagine how you gonna feel after you get that money. You're gonna have more problems than you did without it. Because now your problems are internal. I've done it. I've robbed people and had to face the guilt of myself and feeling further from God. Feeling like God was mad at me. Feeling like I'm in trouble all the time. But in trouble with who? Because I can do whatever I want here. But who am I in trouble with? You're in trouble with the person who was unseen. You're in trouble with God. And it's like this deep sadness and regret that you carry with you all the time, and you don't even know why you have this depression and this anxiety and all these feelings that are not of God and not from God. It's because of sin. It's because of the disobedience. You gotta be smart, man. Don't worry about this money right now. Hustle. It's a scripture in Ecclesiastes. Read it. Listen. Read Ecclesiastes. But I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta say this one thing before I go. It's a scripture in Ecclesiastes. And it says something like, I'm paraphrasing, so don't, kind of try to quote me. But it says that, the true blessing in life, if life means nothing, the true blessing in life is being happy, right? In your work, right? Being happy with the work that you're doing. Just being happy to work. Like, some people are mad at their jobs and don't want to go to their jobs, so they truly don't enjoy life. But if you find a career path that you just want to work on and work and build something and watch it grow, yeah, you're going to get benefits from it, but you're going to be happy doing the work. You're going to be happy in the grind. And I got a video coming out, or I got a video already out that said you need to be happy in the grind. That being said, man, Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life, and I'm out.